Good afternoon, class. Today we will start new chapter in biology, chapter 2, classification of living world. Do you know what does classification means here? Classification means arranging things in order or in groups according to their characteristics. Or simply we can say that putting similar things into one group is called classification. Let's take few examples to understand it in a better way. When you go to the florist shop, you can see the number of flowers are arranged in a different basket according to their similarities. Like roses are grouped together in a different basket and other flowers are grouped in a different basket. So, in the floral shop, the flowers are classified or grouped together according to their color, shape, and size. One more example. When you go to the library, you must have seen there are many bookshelves, and every bookshelf has something written on it. What is written on these shelves? Yes, they are the name of the subject, and this make you easy to find the books. Think what would happen if the books are not arranged in the shelf according to their subject. You have difficulty to find the books, and also it takes more time. So it is clear to everyone, when we arrange an object or any things in a special way, such as by size, shape, color, or by their similarities, it means we sorting or classify these objects. As the arrangement of the book in the shelf help you to find the books, in the similar way, the classification of living world help the scientists to study living beings in a easy way. Classification helps the scientists into following ways. First, identify new organism of the same group. Second, to know the basic characteristics of all members of particular group. Third, to share information in the systematic way. Do you know all the scientists categorized all the living things long ago? The living beings are classified as plants and animals. All the living beings which can prepare their own food are classified as plants, and the living beings that eat plants and small animals classified as animals. But not all the plants prepare their own food, like mushroom. Mushroom do not prepare their own food. It depends on others for their food. So remove this difficulty. All the living organisms are classified under 5 broad divisions, and these 5 divisions are known as kingdom. Kingdom Monera, Kingdom Protista, Kingdom Fungi, Kingdom Plantae, and Kingdom Animalia. In 1969, Whitaker gave this classification, and he included all the living beings under this classification. He classified the living beings on the basis of some characteristics, like they are prokaryotes or eukaryotes, unicellular or multicellular, they are heterotrophs or autotrophs. Now we understand this kingdom little bit here one by one, and we discuss it later in detail. First is Monera. All the prokaryotes come under Monera group. Monera have all the features of prokaryotes. Prokaryote is a Greek word in which pro means before and karyos means nut or kernel. Kernel is nothing but it is signify the nucleus. So, prokaryote does not have well-defined nucleus, and they are unicellular. Uni means one. So the organisms which have one cell and do not have well-defined nucleus are known as prokaryotes. So all the organisms which are prokaryotes come under the monera. For an example, all the bacteria come in this monera because they do not have well-defined nucleus and they are unicellular. Rest, all the four kingdoms are eukaryotes. In eukaryotes, eu means well or true in Greek. So eukaryotes have well-defined nucleus, means true nucleus. They may be unicellular or multicellular. So unicellular eukaryotes come under the kingdom Protista. Amoeba is the example of Protista. Class, when you learn about the structure of cell in the previous class, you come to know that all the animals, all the living organisms have cell membrane, but few organisms have cell wall. So the organisms which have cell wall and they are heterotrophic. Heterotrophic means they depend on others for their food are come under this group fungi. Fungi contains unicellular or multicellular both the organism. Example of unicellular is yeast and the multicellular are molds and mushroom. And the organism which are autotrophic. Autotrophic means an organism that are capable of making their own food and also they have cell wall which is made up of cellulose come under the kingdom Plantae. And the next, that is fifth one, the organism which do not have cell wall come under the fifth group, that is your kingdom Animalia. These kingdoms have their subgroups also. So why do we need to divide kingdom into their subgroups? If we take an example of dog and a frog, we know that both are animals, but are these two look alike? No, we don't put these into the same group because they are different in their structure and living. Each kingdom is divided into division or phyla. Each phylum divided into classes and each classes in order and order in again divided into families and each family into genus and genus divided into the species. Kingdom is the broadest unit of classification, whereas species is the smallest unit of classification. Next topic is naming of organism. Students, if I ask you, have you ever eaten aubergine? Then you may not be able to tell. But if I ask you, have you eaten the brinjal? You will be able to tell because you are familiar with the term brinjal, not aubergine. And brinjal is also known as eggplant. So we can see here the different parts of the world call the same things by different names. Due to this, scientists find difficulty to study about organisms and to share information about them. So, to overcome this difficulty, a Swedish botanist, Carolus Linnaeus, established a simple system for classifying and naming organisms. And this system is known as binomial system of naming organisms. Why it is called binomial system? Because in this system he gave two names to the organism and bi means two. Here we take some example like mango and human being. The scientific name of mango is Mangifera indica and human being is Homo sapiens. We can see in both the names, the first part is written with capital letter and this part is referred to genus and it is called generic name. And also we can see the second part of the both are written with small letter, and this second part refers to the species and it is called specific name. In this way, he gave the scientific name to the organism, and these names are still used today all over the world. Look at this picture given in your book. Here are some examples of organisms with their scientific name. Notice that in case of cabbage and cauliflower, they have same generic and specific name because both are belongs to the same genus and same species, while tiger, lion and leopard have same generic name but different specific name because all these are belong to the same genus but species are different.